Play the star-studded game where knowledge is king and Lady Luck is queen.
Live from the 8-Bit Studio in Brisbane, Australia, it's the internet's most exciting half hour of video game trivia. Welcome to the Hungry Game Show. And now, your humble host, Brandon White.
Thank you, Chuck Fresh, for that fantastic introduction. Hello to everybody out there in the 8-Bit Nation. Welcome to another episode of Hungry Game Show inspired shenanigans, brought to you by Audio-Technica and 8bit.net. And on this, the 17th episode of the Hungry Game Show, our competitor will be going up against a game that was developed by then 2K Boston, now Irrational Games, and 2K Australia, published by 2K Games, released originally on the 21st of August in 2007. We're talking about none other than the FPS/action RPG/hybrid horror hit known as BioShock. And the person attempting to harvest enough Atom to ensure trivia-related victory needs little introduction, but we're going to give them one anyway. She's the founder of the TGIF Horror Movie Podcast, games media PR savant, creator and editor of upcoming personal horror anthology Hear a Scream, which is now fully funded on Kickstarter, mind you. Find her in the horror section of your local Blockbuster or on them socials at catsteed_. Cat, how the bloody hell are you doing?
Oh my god, what an introduction. I am so flattered and I'm feeling really good.
I think I nearly managed it in one breath. It was, I got there in the end, but
Wow.
you know, your history and your expertise, it just writes itself. We can't sort of downplay any of this stuff, so I thought we need to capture and put it in this bright lights, you know, of the podcast universe. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
excited.
a doer of many things. I don't know where
Some
you find the
things.
time to sleep. I understand now why you wake up so early all the time with all these things on your plate. But did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Maybe expand a bit more on TGIF or Hear a Scream or anything else you feel like chatting about?
Yeah, so TGIF is my weekly movie podcast where I have a new co-host every week. We basically analyze a horror movie of their choice, scene by scene. We go into the themes, characterization, settings. It's literally just an hour and a half of laughing.
It's a good way to describe it, yeah. Like, it's a crazy juxtaposition where you're talking about these horrific, terrifying, disgusting films, but there is so much laughter along the way in the podcast. It's a really cool contrast.
Thanks. I really enjoy it. And then the other thing I do, founded, is Hear a Scream, which is, as you said, an anthology of personal essays from horror lovers across the entire world. So Volume 1 is from women and non-binary people in the horror community. We have a vast range of essay topics coming in that I am just so honoured that these people who are contributing wanted to share their stories. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to everyone reading what they've written because honestly, I might have cried at a few submissions. So
I cannot wait, and it's super exciting to see that it did reach its goal well in advance of cutoff time, mind you. Like, is there any thoughts of maybe some stretch goals or anything like that, or are you sort of good to go from where you are?
We're good to go from where we are. So I established the budget and what money needed to be assigned where and got all my quotes and put it all together. So I just put in what we needed. And anything else that needs to be funded will come out of my pocket, which I don't mind at all.
You're too good. But yeah, I can't wait. And it's not too far away. We're talking a couple of months, maybe, touch wood?
Week before Halloween?
Week before Halloween.
That's what we're aiming for. So that people
timing.
get their physical copies Halloween pending.
Cannot wait. Good
Well,
reading
thank
material
you.
for that time.
You submitted, you contributed. So
I did. I'm very excited.
I'm so grateful.
Anytime I like supporting good people and also reading and consuming good content. It looks like it's a mixture of both, so.
Yes, I'm on a roadblock with my essay at the moment, so.
Well, you got a couple of months. I heard the editor's a bit of a hard ass though, so just watch yourself. It could get you into a bit of trouble.
No, I'm way too polite. That's the problem.
Okay. Well, on a more serious note, like we're here, obviously, we're gonna be tackling and battling against BioShock. Do you want to let us know why you selected this game as your trivia contestant today?
Yeah, well, BioShock's the first and only video game I've ever completed.
Okay, that says a lot there. I think, you know, like it stands alone. And it
I
is
just
a
have a real big
brilliant,
problem.
brilliant, phenomenal game.
I do love it so much to the point where for years in a row I was cosplaying as a little sister at conventions because I just was so obsessed with the whole concept of the game. And it's beautiful, it's dynamic, it has amazing storytelling, even if that wasn't the intention of the game.
It's very special. It's very special. Like I still remember playing this on previous gen Xbox 360 back in the day and just adoring every second of it. Just the aesthetic, as you said, the story, the characters, the way it handles horror and just sort of especially in the time period it's set in. It's really gorgeous, and I can't speak highly enough of it. So have you finished or played 2 and Infinite as well, or is this?
Oh yeah, no, I finished those.
Okay, so this is like, I guess you could say, the only series or IP that you've run through and finished.
Yeah, I'm pretty hopeless when it comes to completing games.
You just get what you out of it, like what you want out of it, I guess, and if you play half and you can walk away happy, I think that's still a success, right?
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes from finishing Spider-Man, the first one, on PS4, and that was May last year. So maybe I need to go back.
That's fine. It's great. And obviously it's Miles Morales spin-off is certainly well worth your time as well. Maybe you'll...
Well, I've been playing that.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see how I go. Maybe this year I can commit to finishing games.
Maybe. Well, Resident Evil Village is calling your name. You're a few hours into that, and
we'll see how
scratches that horror itch.
I clenched my jaw for 2 hours of playing that on Friday night. So I just got to wait for that to repair itself and then I can go back.
Yeah, or you'll have to buy a mouth guard just to sort of offset sort of some of that discomfort to the chompers. So
it's the anticipation. It got me.
That's the sign of a good horror game, good horror movie, TV show, book, whatever it is. Like it's the anticipation leading up to what could happen that always gets me. Like when you're on the edge of your seat and nothing might not happen, but it's just that lead up and that suspense and that heart racing sort of constant that's in it that makes good storytelling.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
Yeah, but Village, so good. There's parts in it I'm thinking about, like there's parts in it that I hate but love at the same time because of how much I hate it and how uncomfortable it makes me. But anyway, we're here to talk about BioShock. We're here to test your grey matter against BioShock 2007 Classic, one of, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest games of all time. Like no one says that lightly. I think a lot of people in the gaming community can vastly agree with that because it is very special. And so the way the Hungry Game Show works is we've got sort of 2 components of the show today. We've got a multiple choice round where you're going to be picking an answer from A through to D. So you've got 4 options. Then we've got a rapid fire round where it's just a single answer choice where you're just going to shoot from the hip or try and pull it from the synapses in the grey matter there. But you aren't going to do this alone. You do have 2 lifelines available at your usage. You can choose to use both. You can choose one or none. There's no sort of penalties either way. And those 2 lifelines, the first one is Phone My Friend, where I am going to call a random person within my phone contacts list for support and assistance. Obviously, support and or assistance may vary because there's no guarantee they've played BioShock. There's no guarantee they've played any video games. There's no guarantee they might know what we're talking about. So it is a little bit of a dice roll. And then the second one, 50-50, fairly self-explanatory. We're going to cut down those multiple choices from 4 down to 2. Or if you use that in the rapid fire, I'll give you like a strong hint to benefit. So, it's not completely restricted just to multiple choice. But yeah, the scoring, the way it works, multiple choice, you're getting it at maximum of 2 points per correct answer. Rapid fire is 1 point, but if you use a lifeline, it's going to cut that down to a maximum of 1 point. So you'll only get half the score for multiple choice, but full score for rapid fire. But Kat, do you have any questions, comments, concerns before we maybe fire this sucker up and jump into some of these questions?
I am having a lot of flashbacks to my first year of psychology multiple choice exams, and I feel a little uncomfortable. But
okay.
I winged those, so let's wing this one.
Yeah, but at the same time, you've been doing a lot of study. You've been doing a lot of research. Your head's been in the BioShock-shaped books. So I think we're both feeling quietly comfortable that you're going to achieve success here. Like, as far as the worst scores of all time on THGS, We've only had one person score lower than 25 out of 40, so it's out of a maximum of 40 points. And in last place, it's 21. So that's still a pass. So I think as long as you get above 21 points, I think that's a win because you don't want to be last place.
P's get degrees.
Exactly. And in first place, Dane Peavy tackling Celeste got 37 out of 40. So it was a bit of an out-of-body experience watching and listening to Dane smash that game to pieces. So
What a machine.
21 to 37, as long as you're in there. But if you're above 37, obviously you're top with the Trivia Mountains. So what do you say? We get in on this and see how you fare with Bioshock Trivia 101?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's add a little bit of tension here with a bit of suspense-oriented music. Question number 1. Might be starting things off easy here, who knows? Rapture was originally constructed in the 1940s by business magnate Andrew Ryan, but the game itself is set some years later. What year is the game Bioshock set in? A. 1930, B. 1950, C. 1960, or D. 1999?
Well, because this is one thing that keeps coming up all the time in every source I ever looked at, it was set in 1960. So
You're going to go with C, final answer,
Yeah.
1960?
Yes.
Okay, let's consult the adjudicators here and see if you're onto the right track.
Flawless victory.
Oh, thank God.
You are indeed correct. You are 1 for 1. So yeah, obviously the start of the game sees protagonist Jack. He's just a passenger on a plane that goes down in the Atlantic Ocean. Only survivor of said plane crash, makes his way to a nearby lighthouse that houses a bathysphere terminal that takes him down into Rapture in the year 1960. 1 for 1. So far, you got the best win percentage of all time. Sadly, we can't stop it here right now.
I was going to say, so I can just go, I'm out?
Give you like an asterisk win. So you got the win with an asterisk. Well, let's see how you go.
100%.
100%. We'll remember that now. Make it 2 episodes. This will be a mini, and then we'll do the full-length extended cut as well. All right, question number 2. What is the first weapon you obtain in the game? A wrench, B, a baseball bat, C, a boomstick, or D, a crossbow? What is the first weapon obtained in the game?
As much as I'd love to do an Ash Williams all through Bioshock and have a boomstick,
Can you imagine?
they need to do that as a DLC for me. I'm going to go with a wrench.
You're going to go with a wrench?
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay, a wrench. Let's see if you are correct.
I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst. You're very good looking, I'm not attractive.
You are indeed correct. It was a wrench. So yeah, obviously emerging from that bathysphere, you're going to locate your starting weapon, the only melee device found in the game. You think at first, a wrench, it's a bit ho-hum, but you can sort of upgrade and, improve yourself with certain tonics to hit harder and faster and things like that. And it becomes a real dealer of death, the old wrench.
It's probably my favourite throughout I don't even need a gun later on. Just let me keep the wrench.
Give me the wrench.
Just let me bash skulls in. It's fine.
Yeah. There's something so primitive about just melee weapons in sort of action or horror-oriented games. And yeah, Bioshock does it well with that wrench. It serves Jack very well throughout his playthrough. So, all right, 2 for 2. Cracking pace.
Is that 200% or is that 100%?
Yeah, we'll say 200. Why not?
Let's go for that.
Feeling giving today as far as scoring and maths goes. So on to question number 3. Originally named Protectors, Big Daddies were once humans before Dr. Yi Shihong genetically modified them to have their organs and skin grafted into a big diving suit. What was their primary role in the city of Rapture? A. Protectors of Little Sisters. B. Police and law enforcement. C. Personal bouncers to Andrew Ryan. Or D. Butlers and servants.
Wait, what was the options again?
Protectors of Little Sisters.
Yeah.
Police / law enforcement. C. Personal bouncers to Andrew Ryan. Or D. Butlers and servants.
Well, actually, they were service workers.
Ooh, you've gone next layer.
Yes. So I don't know which one that falls under. Because Because there's a lot there.
There is a lot there. There is a lot there. Funnily enough, I had a question after this for a bonus point to ask of that. So I'll give you that point already, but I guess you could say now, what are they, I guess, known as in the game as it currently stands in 1960?
Protectors of Little Sisters, A.
Protectors of Little Sisters, A. So you're getting a bit too smart for your own good already, but you know what?
That is correct.
So including that bonus point,
I'm an overachiever. I'm sorry.
that's you've come to the right place then, because the bar has been set pretty low by some of the people playing in the Hungry Game Show. So I think you're going to do more than fine.
I actually found that out because I have the BioShock art book from the first collector's edition, and it has like the sketches and the purposes for each individual character and NPCs and whatnot throughout the series, and I'm just obsessed with that book. So
I had, in past tense, all three, and the first and Infinite were chewed up by Winston when he was in a little pup.
Oh, no!
So yeah, they met the trash. I was not very happy, but they're gorgeous books.
Yeah, I have a Skyhook somewhere. I know it's here somewhere. It's in my house.
Good. It's so good, so good. But yeah, you are on the path to glory at the moment, Kat. So
I'm so nervous.
You've got nothing to be nervous about. You are breezing through this thing. All right, question number 4. When dealing with a little sister, you may choose to rescue them or do which one of these? A. Hug. B. Harass. C. High five. Or D. Harvest.
I wouldn't hug them even with a 10-foot pole with the claw on the end of it.
I used to cosplay as them all the time.
I'm gonna go with D. Harvest.
You're going with D. Harvest?
Yes.
All right. Adjudicators, how'd we go there? 100. Well, that would make it 400% now.
Because I'm really good at maths.
As based off the prior quick maths. So yeah, obviously, yeah, you can harvest those poor little sisters. And furthermore, we're going to go to a singular bonus point question here, tying into the Little Sisters theme. Even though they were always called Little Sisters, in the initial game design documents, the little sister was not always designed as a little girl. Instead, they were originally planned to be what? No multiple choice here, it's just a single, you got to try and guess it.
There's a few things. So,
there is a few,
really
so I'll take... But you go, you educate, go.
They were slugs. They were these really disgusting sea slugs. But one of the designers or developers, I'm not too sure, put forward this idea of a dog that was in a wheelchair.
Damn it, you're taking all my facts.
And would, like, cough up shit.
You are one... You are 110% correct. So yeah, the slug was the primary lead-in before they went with the young girl. But they pivoted to the girl because I guess these designs weren't sympathetic enough. Yeah, but a crippled dog in a wheelchair, a crab was another one they looked at. Like the crippled dog thing. Like what I read, I'm like, surely this is taking the piss. So I did a further Google on that, and there was more ones saying, yep, this was part of the process. So imagine having a little crippled dog that you had to harvest. That would be harder to do than me than a kid. Like,
yeah. I'd keep the dog. I'd be like, I'm sorry, it's coming with me now.
Yeah, imagine just having like 10 wheelchair dogs following you around Rapture.
It's just a dream come true for me.
It would be pretty heavenly. But yeah, I don't know what you guys were thinking there at 2K. I wonder if that was like played around with from 2K Australia, where they're like, yeah, we'll have a wheelchair dog, mate. It'll be good.
I mean, it's good. People
be
love
right.
it.
Yeah, but yeah, a slug was the primary lead-in for what a little sister was going to be, and then they pivoted, and then pivoted again, and then finally settled on a small human girl. So there you go.
Which I like that idea.
So do I. But my mind just forever goes to dogs in wheelchairs now. Like, it's
That's
ridiculous.
in the art book as well.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome too. Anyone that hasn't seen it, just jump on Google. There's a couple of images floating around on there that highlights the pages, and it's so good. It's so good. All right, question number 5. The look of the bouncer Big Daddies was inspired by 19th century diving suits originating from which European country?
Ooh.
A. Italy. B. France. C. Amsterdam. Or D. Austria.
Okay, this is a harder one.
I thought you were just doing that to make me feel a little bit better that I've got something to fake test you a little.
No. Because I remember actually looking at a video today, and it was talking about the different designs of the Big Daddies, and it wasn't just the Big Daddies in Bioshock 1, they were looking at 2 as well. Mm-hmm. And I want to say... I've got to stop doing that before I just zone out. And...
So Italy, France, Amsterdam, or Austria are your 4. Remember, you've got 2 lifelines to play with if you like, or you could just, take a shot yourself. Totally up to you.
The good thing is Amsterdam's not a country, so that's out.
Damn it. Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna say France, because they were big on sea exploration during the 40s and 50s.
The methodology is sound. Is that your final answer, or do you want to try a lifeline?
Nah, no, because I might need the lifeline later.
Okay. So you're going to go...
Rapid fires where I'm going to need the most help.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see if that comes back to haunt you later. So you're going to go with B, France?
Yeah.
Okay. Judges. Was Kat correct?
That is correct.
You are indeed
I
correct.
almost said Italy.
No, it is Francais, and I was curious about your geographic knowledge too, where I'd sneak sort of a city in to see if that would eliminate one of the potential answers, and you got me. So, yeah. Anyway, you are yet to drop a point.
Because when I think of Big Daddy, for some reason I always think of Delta in number 2. I rarely remember the Big Daddies in number one for some reason. It's weird. I can't remember what weapon they have in what Delta has. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember what Delta has either. I just think of the big old drill arm from the OG, the big bouncers.
Yeah.
All right, so you are on a cracking pace at the moment, on track for the best score ever seen in the Hungry Game Show arena. Let's see if you can keep that up as we move into question number 6. The dreaded Splicer is the most common enemy you encounter throughout your time in Rapture. How many different types of Splicer do you encounter during your playthrough? A, 7. B, about 350. C, 6. Or D, 5.
I was hoping you'd say 3 because I can only picture 3 in my head.
I can say 3 if you like, but
it's not a...
don't think it's the right one.
Because I can't remember if Houdini splices are in number 1 or 2.
I don't know if I want to say anything right now just yet, so I'll wait and hear you talk it out first.
Oh my goodness. They just all look the same to me.
Yeah. You're a bit prejudiced against these poor splicers. So how many different types of splicers do you encounter during your playthrough in Bioshock 1?
I'm going to go with 5 because it's the closest to 3 and I can remember 3.
Okay.
I'm going to lock him.
The maths is sound, so you're going to go D5?
Yeah.
All right, D5. Let's see if you were correct there. You sure you don't want to do a lifeline?
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
Yes, okay, wait, yes.
Oh,
yes.
You sure?
Do 50-50.
Okay. I'm just going to run this through the supercomputer here. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Because that's how they sound. Okay, so you are left with 7 and 5.
Oh, God.
So about 350 and 4 have been removed.
Okay.
No, 6 has been removed, sorry.
6, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Because I almost was going to go with 6, so I'm glad we did that.
6 is gone and 350, or about 350, if you want the actual measurement there. About 350.
Yeah, I'm going to, D.
You're going to go with D5?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
You are 110% correct. So obviously you've got thuggish splicers, leadhead splicers, nitro splicers, spider splicers, and Houdini splicers.
Ah, yes, cool. Because I read somewhere they took Houdini splicers out of BioShock, and I was like, wait a second, are they in number 2 instead?
Yeah, I think they were talking nonsense right there. So 5. So you
Goodness.
you are still on fire at the moment. Take a breath.
Winging it.
Have
This
a
is
sip
me
of water.
winging it.
Well, I'd hate to see you prepared then. My goodness. Be some Rain Man type of situations going on.
The thing is, I wish I could remember what I did yesterday.
That's okay. I think you're out for a little bit. Headaches. So
Yeah, yeah.
recovering. And while you were sleeping, visualizing all these questions.
I'm
So,
probably going to dream about BioShock tonight. Not going to lie.
hopefully it's a positive experience. 'Cause there's some heavy shit that
We'll see.
happens in this game.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Ignoring the little sister antidote, how many types of body-altering plasmids are there in the game? A, 420 Blaze It. B, 11. C, 15. Or D, 20.
I actually know the answer to this.
Okay.
Because it's an odd number that's not a multiple of 5, and that's how I remember it. It is B11.
That's impressive. I'm not even going to
I have a thing with
question you
numbers.
again here. I'm just going to say, all right, let's fire it up. You are 110% correct. And for a bonus point, can you name at least 3 of said plasmids?
Ooh, yeah. Enrage, Incinerate, and Target Dummy.
Smashed it.
And you get 6 slots in the game for it.
God, slow down, will you? These might be future questions here. Can't confirm nor deny, but all right. That is correct. Again,
Excellent.
double horns. All right. Next question.
Oh no.
Gene tonics are special serums made from processed atom that introduce modified stem cells into the body, obviously allowing for genetic modification and mutation, giving the user what some might call superpowers. Which of the following is not a tonic classification in the game? So which of the following is not a tonic classification in the game? Combat tonic, gin and tonic with a slice of cucumber, engineering tonic, or physical tonic?
Oh, it's B.
Are you sure? You don't want to phone a friend on this one?
Wait, why are you saying that?
Just to add suspense and put a bit of doubt in the mind there.
Oh, no.
Which of these is not a tonic classification in the game? Or are you just overthinking things and now you're a little in your
No,
head?
I'm overthinking.
A, combat tonic. B, gin and tonic with a slice of cucumber. C, engineering tonics. Or D, physical tonic.
This is one area I don't really know. Because when it comes to upgrading things, I just do whatever. It's like
Okay.
I button mash and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just do whatever.
One of these is certainly not like the other.
Well, it's got to be B. Unless BioShock wants to mess with my head. And
Or are
put
you
it in the
messing with
game.
your own head right
Or
now?
I'm messing with... I'm going to say B.
You're going to go say B? Lock it in?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not that good at these tonic ones.
You win.
Oh, thank God.
So yes, I just put gin and tonic with a slice of cucumber in there because I love that drink. It's delicious.
Oh, that's my favourite drink.
Yeah, give me a nice Hendrix with tonic and cucumber, please and thank you. But I've been
Hendrix
drinking
fan. Nice.
is it Whitley Moore? Whitley, whatever the brand of gin is, and they've got a nice rhubarb and ginger flavored gin, which I'm all about at the moment. It is delicious.
I actually got an Australian bush gin from
really?
Paul Balkan Distillery in the Hunter Valley, and it's probably one of the most delicious gins I've ever had in my life.
Okay, we'll have to talk more about this later because I'm always
Yes.
hunting for good gin.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a big difference between good gin and the rest of the gins.
And Beefeater.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah,
Oh,
that-
my chest, I have indigestion.
You want the house gin? Oh yes, please, sir. Can I die as well? Like, oh my god.
Do you have a coffin out back for me?
You nailed it. Yeah. So obviously, combat, engineering, and physical are the 3 tonics. And you already mentioned before that you can only have 6 per classification equipped at once, with a maximum of 18 tonics on the go. They're purchased at Gatherer's Gardens and it can be swapped at a gene bank.
Those ones I did not know. I just know that the bank things exist, and I know the images, and I just show up and see what I can get there.
Well,
I'm like, what's this one for? Oh, okay, no, that's not what I need. It's the next one.
whatever can make my wrench swinging heartier and stronger, I will take that, she says. All right, next question. Which character encountered at Fontaine Fisheries accepts to help Jack only if he does something in return for them? What's requested of Jack is the retrieval of a research camera. Once said fetch quest is complete, this character lets you into Fontaine Fisheries only then to betray you. Who is said character? A. J.S. Steinman. B. R.L. Stein. C. Richard Wilkins. Or D. Peach Wilkins.
I've actually met Richard Wilkins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was doing wristband ticket things at a music festival, and I was like, that's Richard Wilkins. He was coming into the music festival.
he's so great. Like, power to him.
He's so tall.
He's very tall. And he's looking more and more like a real life Ken doll as the years go on and the surgery just makes that face more and more, or less and less
creepily
moving and human. But power to him, you know, he's doing well, getting every ounce out of that career and that name. So
isn't he?
You can't deny the hustle. All right, so back to important things here. Which of those characters I mentioned betrays you in Fontaine Fisheries after you help them out? Do you want me to reread them, or are you all over it?
I remember them. A is J.S. Steinman. He is actually in the medical pavilion, and he is a cosmetic surgeon. And he's one of the first, characters you come across, and he's, busy chopping up, people's bodies and stuff. B is one of my favourite authors from when I was 8 years old, and probably to this day, R.L. Stein. So I'm going to go with C, Peach Wilkins.
No, that's D, but
D.
Peach Wilkins.
D. Not Richard Wilkins. No, D, sorry.
He looks like someone that could betray you if needs be, but...
He looks like he could be in a cel-shaded video game.
Oh, yes. He could be in a Borderlands or something for sure.
A Borderlands DLC, Richard Wilkins DLC.
Yeah. Less handsome Jack. All right, you're going to go with D, Peach Wilkins?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Adjudicators.
I'm stupid, you're smart.
This soundbite is far too long sometimes, but it gets the point across.
I'm the worst.
I get it.
You're very good looking. I'm not attractive.
So yes, you are correct. Peach Wilkins gives you the old double cross there. You fetch said camera, then he's going to give you safe passage through Fontaine Fisheries, makes you put all your weapons in this pneumo tube just outside to be let in. So you end up fighting him weaponless outside of your powers and what have you, and it's a pretty cool battle. But yeah, J.S. Steinman is that crazed surgeon / doctor in the medical pavilion. But you already knew that. You already informed and entertained and educated the listeners with that one. So
the funny thing is that I have played BioShock a couple of handfuls of times. Is that the way? Handful of times? I don't know.
When you say handfuls, it sounds like you've played it 10 times, through.
Not all the way through. I get to a certain point and I'm just I'll come back to it.
Yep.
And so anything that's beyond halfway, I'm just like when you're talking about Fontaine Fisheries, I'm like, where?
Damn, I wish I knew this before we recorded because I could have steered some of the questions to the back half of the game.
You steered it all to the front end, and I'm they're the bits I remember.
Well, hopefully some of these next questions mix things up a little bit. All right, so we're going to the second last question in the multiple choice round. Second last, you've still got Phone My Friend there. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is there if needs be. Okay. All right, question number 10. Where and when did the Rapture Civil War erupt?
Oh.
A. Kashmir Restaurant in 1959. B. Arcadia, 1950. C. Summer, Your Mama's Porch, 1969. Or D. Columbia, 1912.
Ooh, okay.
Where and when did the Rapture Civil War erupt?
Okay, well, it's obviously not C. As much as I want to put that forward as my answer. I'm tossing up between B and D.
B and D. Okay, so Kashmir Restaurant, 1959. Or D,
no.
Columbia, 1912.
Oh, wait, no. B and B and D?
Oh, B is Arcadia,
Oh,
1950.
that's right. Yeah, B and D. Because Columbia sounds like, I know that's in Infinite. I think.
It may be.
That one I haven't played as much as the first one.
It's only been half a handful of times. Not handfuls of times like
no, maybe only
Bioshock.
twice.
It's still a good run.
I get
Great
to
game.
the Songbird battle and I'm done.
Yeah.
So that's enough for me.
You had
I
your
played
fill.
through on the first time, then as soon as I get to Songbird, I'm like, ugh, I'm done.
Yeah. Moving on. Going back to Bioshock 1 again.
It's a comfort game. I've played it on every console except for PS5. So I've played PS3, PS4, and PC.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with B, because I know that Arcadia is a level you need to clear.
Okay. So you're going to go with B, Arcadia. Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know about the year.
All right. B, Arcadia. Is Cat correct?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Sorry, it is indeed Kashmir Restaurant, 1959.
Okay.
So
Tell
you
me
are
about it.
human. You
I
are
am.
human. See, obviously, this happened on New Year's Eve of 1959, and it was outlined Diane McClintock, who is Andrew Ryan's mistress. She was celebrating that restaurant alone. She witnessed the angry mob rush in, shooting everyone in sight. And you find a personal audio log which sheds light on this incident, and also highlights as well that the splicers still wear the masks from that particular day and do so to hide their deformed faces. And
Wow.
yeah, it's a bit sort of sad and depressing because the
Yeah.
deformed faces were taken from real photos from soldiers from World War II that obviously took gunfire and damage during the war. So
And then had, I think it's called maxillary surgery, like when you get your eye sockets and your mouth redone.
yeah, it's
I've seen some of the pictures and I was just like, oh wow, that's intense.
It's horrific. Like modern
Yeah.
medicine has certainly improved leaps and bounds since then. But I
Oh,
guess
thank God.
back then you didn't have much of a choice, did you? It was either that or you have a big old hole or part of your face missing, and you
that's
feel
so
for them.
sad.
But there you go. You've dropped your first points.
I know.
But that's
That's
okay.
why I was like, I don't know about the year.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, just the year prior to old Jack rolling into town. So, Kashmir Restaurant, 1959. All right, the last question in the multiple choice round. Are you ready?
Yes.
As is tradition here at the Hungry Game Show, we must also take a moment to look at both the film and music industries, and more importantly, what finished as number one for the year Bioshock was released. So I ask you this: what was the top song on the Billboard charts? And what was the highest grossing movie
Oh no.
2007. So I've looked at these numbers for this one as the overall box office revenue, not just what they made in 2007. So it's going to be the cumulative number from then to now.
Okay.
Okay, so A, Spider-Man 3 and Umbrella by Rihanna. B, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End and Irreplaceable by Beyonce. C, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and Hey There Delilah by Plain White T's. Or D, The Simpsons Movie and Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie.
Oh my God, they all came out at around the same time. That whole era just mashes together for
Yeah.
me.
So all those songs and all those movies were released in 2007.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm not just having like a,
No.
I just lost all sense of time during 5
No.
years. Okay, good.
Yeah. So they all came out in 2007. It just depends on where they ended up as far as end of year charts and overall box office
Yeah.
revenue.
That's really a good question, because I believe that Irreplaceable, because it's Beyonce, absolutely stormed the charts for like months in a row.
You reckon a bit of Queen Bee could have been top of the pops in 2007?
She is. Every year she releases a new song. Like, what was it a couple of years ago? Lemonade?
Oh, yep. And now she's got competition with her daughter starting to release tunes. So,
oh, no way.
Yeah, crazy times ahead there in the old Beyonce Jay-Z family establishment.
But then there's also Rihanna with Umbrella, and I will always love that song because of Tom from Spider-Man doing his that whatever that dance TV show was.
Lip
that they
sync
did.
battle royale or whatever it was.
Lip sync, yeah. Oh, and I love Tom Holland so much for that. He's
it was
a
one of the
phenomenal dancer.
best things I've ever seen. Like just for this guy that just played Spider-Man to come out and absolutely own it and gender bend this song and cross dress, and he could dance like no one's business.
Well, you know that he played Billy Elliot in the musical, like the Broadway production.
That
of
explains it now. Then
Yeah,
he
so
got
I think
moves.
he
That man.
started dancing and like obviously did acting as well. But yeah, his career took off from musicals.
There you go. See, I'm learning things as well.
I love Billy Elliot. I'd kill to see it.
I saw it in Sydney when I was a kid. That we did it for like a school excursion.
Oh, maybe no. I
wasn't like they didn't bring the cast from like the United Kingdom or anything. It was like local people I've never heard of. But
No, I remember they
fine.
did do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so cool. I went to performing arts school and we never got to go see musicals. We were too busy doing our own, I guess.
Too busy being too good. You do your own Billy Elliot.
We were Billy. No, in my last year of school we did Sweeney Todd, which was awesome.
Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Yeah, I was in the pit crew for
Fantastic.
that. That was cool. Okay, I digress.
Back on track. It's funny because we're connecting all these loose dots. You're like, so Spider-Man 3, Tom Holland, Sweeney Todd, Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp. Like,
Oh yeah,
we got all these threads intertwining here. So, Spider-Man 3 and Umbrella by Rihanna, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End and Irreplaceable by Beyonce, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and Hey There Delilah by Plain White Tees, or The Simpsons movie and Big Girls, Don't Cry by Fergie. I'm sure Big Boys Don't Cry as well, but nothing wrong for anyone if they do.
Oh, look, I'm going to say that because Spider-Man 3 had Tobey Maguire in it, it was a little bit by that point.
Have you ever watched Spider-Man 3?
Once.
It's so bad.
That's
so bad.
why. I'm going to go with B because I'm a big Beyonce fan.
Okay, so you're going to go B.
And I love that whole album. I love that song. I don't think I watched Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End because also at that point I was over Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So,
I think if you've seen one of those movies, you've seen them all
you've
and
seen
can
them all.
just assume where the plot goes every single time.
it just gets ridiculous and that's all you need to know.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to go B, Pirates
Yeah.
and Irreplaceable by Beyonce. All right, judges.
Flawless victory.
You are indeed correct.
Never doubt Queen Bee.
No, she'll come for you if you do. You know, there's big
Do you know
trouble.
what's so funny? Side note. My ex-boyfriend's dad used to call Beyonce Beyonce, and I never knew what he was talking about. And I'd be like, Rob, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, the singer Beyonce. And I'm like, who? And then it took me a while to figure it out, and I was like, oh my god, he means Beyonce.
Ah, bless him. Oh, Beyonce.
I love it.
So you were indeed correct. So Irreplaceable by Beyonce accompanying Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. So
How did that gross, honestly?
yeah, it's like to date 960 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that because they have a ride at Disneyland?
Maybe, and maybe this was like where people were starting to wonder how creepy Johnny Depp was, and it wasn't confirmed. So everyone still had
just
like
doing
that
some research.
appeal. Yeah. But yeah, so in this listing, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is second with 941 million. Spider-Man 3 somehow in third with 895 million, and The Simpsons movie down in eighth with $536 million in earnings.
Wow. It's so funny because I watch so many horror movies where, they're only grossing at like 50 million.
It's so depressing. It is so depressing.
Everyone
Related
give
but
Toni
unrelated.
Collette her fucking Golden Globe. Whatever they're called. I don't know what the awards are called.
Golden Globes, Emmys, Oscars.
Oscars?
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I'm still hanging out for Antlers, even though it's been kicked 12 months. Like, obviously, it's coming out in a few months now, but that looks like the next good big horror film.
Spiral is coming out this week.
That's coming out on
the
Thursday,
15th. Yeah. On the 15th? Is that Thursday? Is that the 15th?
Stand by. Let me pull up this calendar.
Maybe it's the 14th in Australia and 15th in the US because of
the
movie
13th.
preference day.
The 13th is Thursday. So it's coming out on the 13th. So
oh, excellent! Because we have movie day is Thursday here.
Yeah, which is great.
That makes me so much more excited. I'm going to go take myself to the movies.
I love a good solo movie session. I do it all the time.
I can't wait.
Yeah, but see, I don't know how I feel about Spiral. Like, the last few Saw movies to me kind of got a little ho-hum, so I'm hoping it's a bit of a return to form.
Well, the writer Josh Stolberg, he comes into lots of different horror clubhouses with a lot of different people, filmmakers, podcasters, screenwriters, whatever. And he said that this Saw movie has the most messed up Saw trap in any Saw movie ever.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm ready to get grossed
when
out.
they said Chris Rock and friggin'
Samuel
L. Jackson.
Yeah, like Samuel L. Like, it's weird seeing Chris Rock play like a straight shooter, but like in the trailers, he looks all right. Yeah, so it'd be a bit different. But yeah, Spiral out this week, and then
apparently
Antlers, I think
there's
August.
a line that Samuel L. Jackson says in like the first couple of movies, and they've gotten him to say it again in this one, and I can't remember what the line is. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll put the line in through the magic of post-editing. The line's going to go right.
You want to play games, motherfucker?
Thanks, Samuel L.
All right.
All right, so that brings us to the end of the multiple choice. Would you like a progress score to see how you're tracking, or do you want to wait and go in blind and see where you come out at the other side?
Let's go in blind. Let's go in blind. I
like
suck at open-ended questions, so let's do it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I might try and change some of these questions on the fly to make you squirm a little. No, I wouldn't do that. All right, so into the rapid fire. You still do have the Phone My Friend lifeline. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is there if you want to call upon that. All right, let's change up the tunes a little bit and jump into rapid fire. What is the name of the experimental forest and botanical garden responsible for supplying Rapture's oxygen?
Oh my god.
This word may or may not have been spoken about in prior questions.
That doesn't help. The thing is, I know... And no, I can't think. I can't remember. Can I pass and come back?
Okay, we'll let you have a pass and come back. Don't usually do that, but I think I allowed that on like last episode a couple of times, so I'll circle back. All right, question number 2 in rapid fire. Big Daddies come in 2 main forms, bouncers and what?
Rosie.
You are indeed correct. 1 point right there. Next question. Who called the little sisters her little ones and acted as though they were her children?
Dr. Tenenbaum.
That is also correct. All right, weapons can be upgraded at locations throughout Rapture called what?
Oh, El Amo Bandito?
You want to rethink that one?
Oh, the circus one.
I'll let you pass this one and come back as well, but you got no more passes.
I won't remember it.
Okay.
I know it's the something circus something. Oh.
Weapons can be upgraded at locations throughout Rapture called what? 4 words.
What? Remember how I said to you earlier, I don't remember what they're called, and I just go to them, and I'm like, I know the symbol on them. I know it has a clown. I don't know.
You gonna throw some? Want to come back to it, or you want to just?
No, I'm not gonna remember.
All right, Power to the People is the weapon upgrade stations.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I just go to them.
You're just there. You just exist.
I see the color of it, and I'm like, that's the one.
That's the one. All right. The next question: which character refers to you as Little Moth?
Ooh, Atlas.
Final answer.
Oh, no, not now. Little Moth. I'm trying to remember the accent that it's said in. I'm gonna go with Andrew Ryan.
It is incorrect. It's Sander Cohen. Sander Cohen, the creepy...
he's so creepy.
Very creepy. Wants you to kill and take photos of people for him. So, yeah, Sander
that
Cohen.
Sounds like my jam. Not the killing people.
Taking photos of dead people.
Yeah.
I don't know what the jam... Where's the good jam here? It's all a bit...
Look, now you put it in that light, I just look bad.
Nah, it's all right. Nothing wrong with being curious. Next question. True or false, the player can purchase the third level versions of plasmids without having the first 2 levels as a prerequisite. So with plasmids, if you don't have it, or say you're at 1, you can jump straight to 3. Can you or
True.
can you not?
Yes.
That is
yes, you
correct.
can. Yes.
That is indeed correct. Back on. All right. At one point in the game, you are tasked with finding a camera. This object does no damage whatsoever, but proves to be a deadly addition to your arsenal. What is said camera's purpose?
A security bot?
I could use a little bit more information on
Surveillance
this.
camera.
Yeah, I'll take that. So surveillance / research is what I was looking for. So yeah, every picture taken can add towards research points that queue and accumulate towards tonic and upgrade rewards. So I'll give you that. All right, what is Bioshock's score on Metacritic?
Ooh, good question. I'm going to say... On which platform?
Well, I'll give you like PC and Xbox 360 is the ones
Is the
I'm
main one.
looking at. Yes.
I think it's like 86?
Do you want to try again?
82. No, that's the PS3.
I reckon you should be going north, not south.
89.
You've got to phone my friend there.
Let's phone my friend.
All right. Stop the presses.
Oh my god, who's my friend?
We're going to find out. I had someone else lined up, but they've, funnily enough, gone down with a headache or some kind of ailment as well.
I've given it to them.
Or maybe me. I had one this morning, but I think it was just because I was caffeine deficient. So I'm just going
That's
to...
me every morning.
I feel you. I feel you there. All right, let's see. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this come through on your headphones as well. And with this connection, you should be able to talk and exchange info back and forth too. So let's call this up and see if it works. Can you hear this ringing?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Ben McJanet. Is that you, the host of Cocktail Club on those socials at the Spawny13? How you doing, good sir?
Wrong number, mate.
Ah, God damn it. Sorry. Would you like to hear about our Lord and Saviour? Well, I've got you.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I love that guy.
All right, so I have called you. I am here doing another episode of the Hungry Game Show with the fantastic Kat. She is working her way through a slew of questions regarding the 2007 classic Bioshock. We've gotten to a question that has stumped her a little bit, and the question is going to be now tasked with your responsibility to help steer Kat in the right direction, put your answer on the table, and then obviously Kat can ultimately decide if she wants to go with what you're saying or maybe trust her gut a little bit. So I'll put a bit of tense music on, Benny, and throw the question away. You ready?
Kat, I'm sorry. I never finished Bioshock.
Oh, you don't need to have finished it for this question.
All right.
All right, let me have it. Let me have it.
Tense music is a go. It's a fairly simple one. There's been a lot more curlier questions today, but this question, Benny, what is Bioshock's score on Metacritic? And we're focusing on the PC and Xbox 360 versions of the game.
Okay, because it did originally only come out on PC and Xbox. Because it didn't come out on PlayStation until much later.
Correct. See? See? I'm feeling a little bit confident already.
Confident?
So
I already told Kat it was.
probably
I already told Kat it was higher than 86. She said 86,
Really?
and I said it's north of 86. So
That's what I said.
that's some clue that I got for you. Talk it out. I'm going to sit here and sip on a bit of my tea.
All right. Well, I'm thinking. So I remember it was pretty impressive game back when it first came out, and I'm going to say it was. I don't know about Metacritic wise, but I think it was reviewing in the 90s. So I'm going to probably take a stab and say maybe 93.
Okay. So you're feeling 93. Kat, what are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I was going to go with 92.
Okay.
Because I feel like I was reading reviews recently about it when you asked me what game I wanted to look at. So, yeah, I'm going to say
I
92.
know it was definitely getting in the 90s, but what number in the... I'd probably say low 90s. It'd be my estimate. So, yeah, 93 is my guessing number, so I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so
that's
Benny,
maybe
you're
more
saying
confident.
93. Kat, you're feeling 92.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go? What
I'm
are you
gonna go
feeling?
with I'm gonna go with 92 because Benny's saying that has made me more confident in me upping the number
Okay,
towards
all right.
my other number I was leaning towards.
So we're going to lock in 92.
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Judges, is it 92?
The price is wrong, bitch.
Oh, no.
I am so sorry to say you guys severely undersold Bioshock. It's a 96.
Oh no way!
96. You heathens. 96.
Maybe game reviewers were nicer back then.
But I know you said
Well, that's
86, and if we wanted to flip that to the user score is 8.6. So
Oh.
Wow.
I'm going to give you half a point because I'm feeling kind because you've been doing so well and you were close. So 96 for PC and Xbox 360 old
Wow.
Bioshock back in the day.
Look at that.
There you go. But Benny, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule. I know you're working remotely doing your thing at the moment, so I appreciate you taking the call here. You're a good man.
No worries, man.
Be sure to follow Benny on them socials at TheSpawny13 and get every episode of Cocktail Club in your ears ASAP, but obviously enjoy responsibly.
Do it.
Benny,
Yeah, enjoy responsibility. Yep.
chat to you later, my man.
Cheers, man. Catch you later. Good luck, Kat.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. There you go. 96 out of 100.
Wow. No,
Yeah.
not like I think that it didn't deserve that. I'm just, like when you look at game reviews now, it's like people are writing really nice reviews and then giving it a 6 out of 10, and you're like, how?
It's ridiculous. Like I'm on the fence with scoring games, but I know a lot of websites and global companies need that, I guess, as a benchmark. But 96, I think it's in the top 10 of all time on Metacritic as far as game reviews
So it
go.
should be.
100%. It is a phenomenal game. And yeah, you got the half point there because you did say 86, which is 8.6, which is the user review on Metacritic. So, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon style we got there.
That was a shot in the dark, honestly.
Well, got you half a point. It could be the difference maker between coming out first or coming out last. Who knows?
Oh no.
Who knows? All right, let's get back into it. We'll get some more of this tense music going and finish this last handful of rapid fire questions. What is the magazine size for the grenade launcher weapon?
2.
No, like maximum
Oh,
bullets it can hold.
for a grenade launcher.
Yeah. What's the max amount of ammo you can hold?
1,
It's a multiple of 2.
4, 6, 8.
Which one of those are you going to settle on? You going to go in the middle?
Because when you play like other games, like it's 1. It holds 1 round before you have to reload. So it's so odd. I'm gonna say 4 because I like that number. I don't really use the grenade launcher, so
You sure don't want to go in the middle? Or higher? Or lower? What are you feeling?
in the middle of 4.
Well, you said
That's-
4, 6, 8, or 10, I think you said, right? So did
Oh,
you want
let's go with. Okay. It's multiple of 6.
You going to go with 6?
Yeah.
You are correct. It is 6. We got there somehow. I don't know how, why. Anyway, next question. True or false? There are 222 audio diaries hidden throughout Rapture.
I know there's a lot because they wanted to have absolute seamless gameplay and not hold it up with cutscenes. But I don't think there's that many. But I'm going to say true because I know there's a lot.
You're going to say true, there is 222?
Yeah.
Final answer? Yep.
Yeah.
Incorrect, there's 122, which is still an awful lot.
I was going to say there is heaps in there, and imagine trying to get all those to platinum. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you need to get all of those for the old perfect gamer score on the
Yeah.
Xbox 360 back in the day. And obviously platinums, but yeah. Next question. Whose voice is used for the Circus of Value vending machines?
It's Ken Levine.
That is correct. And who is Ken Levine, may I ask?
He is the writer and producer of the entire Bioshock game, and he is also the owner of Irrational Games.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to give you an extra half a point there because you took that to the next level. All right, the next question. The game Bioshock is actually inspired by a novel called Atlas Shrugged, Which Russian-American philosopher, novelist, screenwriter, and playwright known for developing the philosophical system of objectivism authored this book? That was a long sentence, but we got there. So who authored Atlas Shrugged, which was what BioShock was inspired by?
I actually had to read this book for a PAX panel last year, so...
Damn!
Because we talked about book to game adaptations, and it is by a philosopher by the name of Ayn Rand.
You are...
Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand, yeah, you are correct. I wasn't sure how to pronounce this. I was waiting for you to.
Sure. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Ayn Rand is how I sort of read it and thought it was too. So, well done. Another correct answer.
It's a lot to digest.
I can only imagine. My goodness. But anyway.
I still don't understand what the book is about.
Clearly, it's about BioShock. Clearly. All right, the next question. The name of the scientific research facility where Little Sisters and Big Daddies were created is called what?
Oh, good question. Oh, and I'm like picturing the images with the doctor and the professor in there, and I don't know.
It's 2 words, and they're both using the same first letter of each of those words. So there's some alliteration used with these 2 words.
I don't remember at
don't
all.
Know?
No.
All right, it was Point Prometheus.
Yeah, see?
Point Prometheus.
That's towards the end of the game. You got me with that.
Yeah, it come through in the end, these final act and final half of the questions. All right. The plot twist emerges, you discover the truth, and you make your way to exact vengeance upon those who lied to you. You now know you were brainwashed. What words were always used to make you obey?
Would you kindly?
Boom, 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 boom. That is correct.
Do you know there's an episode of Black Mirror where they actually use Would You Kindly over and over and over again, and it is a reference to BioShock.
That's great. I'm a big fan of not so much the later seasons, but the early stuff was peak. And
yeah. I haven't seen the episode, but I've just read it in forums, and I think it's season 3, possibly.
It's great.
Okay,
It is a very, very interesting show that makes you a little bit paranoid, but
yeah, that's why I don't watch it.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah. Who's in my phone? Who's watching me? What am I doing? All that kind of stuff. All right, the penultimate question here on the Hungry Game Show, Rapid Fire Edition. Who is the final boss of the game?
Oh, Fontaine.
That is correct. I would have taken Frank Fontaine too if you wanted to.
I can never remember his first name.
It's not important. All right, and the last question. Actually, sorry, I lied. The second last, because we got the first one to go back to.
Oh, God.
We gave you that pass. So we're going to go back to that one, then give you the last question.
Maybe I should have phoned a friend then.
That's okay. What is the name of the experimental forest and botanical garden responsible for supplying Rapture's oxygen?
And I'm just remembering because Andrew Ryan releases this toxic gas, and you have a mission where you have to go in and you have to like regenerate all the trees so that you can breathe. And I can't remember the location at all.
Are you a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan?
Yes.
Album titles maybe tied to this place.
Yeah, now all I can think of is Mother's Milk.
See, I would have went to Blood Sugar Sex Magic personally, but I wouldn't. They're both wrong. I'll tell you that. But this place, this word is loosely used in one of their album titles. I'll give you 10 seconds.
All I can think of is Californication, and that's not gonna get me anywhere. No.
The place is Arcadia. Stadium
we
Arcadium.
We talked about it earlier. Dang it.
We were. And see our reference. I said we talked about it earlier.
Because whenever I go in there, I was like, this place is so pretty.
It really is pretty. It really is. It's one of the best looking parts of the whole game. But
yeah,
anyway, the
stunning.
final question, Kat.
Uh-oh.
If you rescue all of the little sisters in the game, how many little sisters did Jack take back to the surface and adopt as his own daughters?
He takes 5. And I love the ending cutscene. It's so beautiful.
It really is beautiful. And regarding that final answer, You are indeed correct. Jack does take 5 daughters home with himself. And yeah, the final scene where he's old and on the deathbed and they're all grown. Oh, it's heart-wrenching stuff.
My heart.
It is
How dare
very,
they end the
very
game
special
like that?
storytelling.
But you only get it. It's because there's 2 endings to the game. So you only get it if you save all the little sisters. You got to save them.
Yeah, if you harvest them, you pretty much take over old Andrew's spot as the tyrant of Raptor and just become a bad dude. And depending on how many little sisters you harvested, the story and the tone of how it gets told about what Jack gets up to after that is worse and more ominous. So, Big contrast.
Definitely did harvest little sisters for my first playthrough. And I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, it makes you feel like, and it's good that it makes you feel uncomfortable because it's not something that anyone should be happy to do, but you need that Adam sometimes, you know? You need that you just to survive and fight all these creatures and bad things.
You just got to become friends with Tenenbaum and she'll give you a whole bunch.
That's true. So, that brings us to the end of the Hungry Game Show from a question perspective. Do you want to know how you fared?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as scoring goes, as I mentioned, Salim the Dream is in last place on 21 points. You finished above him.
Okay.
If we jump up a few to say equal 9th, on 30 points, Miss Ellie Hart and Jack Cruz, you finished above them.
Ooh.
If we were to jump ahead to equal 6th place currently, Jared Trail of Rainbite Studios and Australia's John O'Peck, on 32.5 points, you finished above them.
What?
First place, Dane Peavy on 37 points is the current benchmark. Let's see if Hall & Oates is going to play you out or is it going to be Tina Turner?
What does that mean?
So you were so close, yet so far away. You finished on a grand total score of 33 out of 40.
Wow!
Which I think is a pretty bloody phenomenal effort, especially with some of those questions. In the rapid fire, it gets a bit dicey.
They really pick your brain. I was like, multiple choice, I got this. Rapid fire.
You really did. I thought you were going to, breeze to the finish, but luckily I had some questions from the last half of the game to keep things interesting. So you are currently sitting in outright 6th place.
That's so
on
cool.
33 out of 40. How you feeling after that?
Really, the ego and confidence boost I have right now, through the roof.
Through the roof. Rightfully so. Like you were, there were some deep pulls. You were just snapping out of nowhere here, just confidently throwing this and that, then throwing factoids and trivia back at me like it was just out of body experience. I was just watching this thing play out. So
that's what I do in my podcast. So
well, you do it bloody well.
Thanks.
So yeah, that brings us to the end of the Hungry Game Show. Kat, is there anything you want to say? You want to plug, promote? Now's the time before we close down the studios for another little while.
Yeah, all I really want to promote at the moment is the Hear Us Scream anthology. So go find us on Twitter at Hear Us Scream with 2 M's. Because that's all I could get on Twitter. And yeah,
Twitter.
Support our amazing contributors and get to know us and find out more.
Please do. And you've still got time to support and get your content before the week of Halloween. So Get excited. A little bit of ambient reading to accompany your Halloween and your costume parties and all that kind of fun stuff that comes with that fantastic event. But Kat, thanks for being such a bloody good sport today, coming on in and testing your trivia medal. Really means a lot. And I think you did really well. Outright 6th. Thanks. That is mighty impressive stuff.
I'm impressed.
Me too. So, find Kat at Catsteed_ on the socials. Find myself at Brendan 8-Bit. Find us as a collective at We Are 8-Bit. But until next time, 8-Bit Nation, may your answers be true.
I love that.